The plan application.
That one couple weeks ago, they did.
I could see myself.
I mean, you should have won for that.
Yeah, they.
There was, you got a 14-point lead and you blow it and then go to overtime and there's someone called you an IU fan.
We take care
All right, it's 6:30. Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dwayne Bowling. Jody Fisher. Thomas Golia.
Is this the minutes?
Yep.
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes as presented from the last meeting.
I'll say.
I,
Old business, nuisances, 107, 109 Main.
I did not get a hold of that items. I just feel like probably today, I think. I will do it. I'll send myself.
Just table it.
Yeah. 201 Thompson.
Trash scattered in the yard.
Yeah, I mean, if I remember right, we tabled it because of the snow till this month, and I think we got more snow.
Table till spring, and he gets what gets it.
Is that what we got?
And then 502 Beef Market is,
We got them to sign and agree to entry agreeing that they had a nuisance and they would get it cleaned up. And then the court set a compliance hearing for April 7th at 9:30. So we've got the hammer hanging over their head.
okay.
What happened?
We abated one,
No, you guys abated 2 last meeting.
two.
I thought we had one thing, Cherry Street, when we said it.
Scott was supposed to check on there was a dog situation or something.
That was,
Wasn't that one, yeah.
it was in summer. He
I thought-
told us about it. We said, okay, we'll have to make sure. you do
Yeah.
this, but-
We abated that, but I think nobody really went and checked on it. So
Well, I wasn't sure what we were looking for. I've been by there several times. Yeah, I think it's in the back. We couldn't see from
did
there.
he actually do anything, you know,
Yeah.
in the summer?
Yeah, he
Yeah, last time I went by before it snowed, it looked like they cleaned a lot of that up, but I don't know where it's at. I was asked by Neil's son, or I don't know, I reckon it's his son, about mobile home. They've got a camper like your guys. He said, can we park them in town? Yeah, you just can't, not supposed to live in it. He said, so I can park it, and it was back there earlier in the summer, and he moved it out for the grandma, but I'm guessing he wants to rent it back. I said, I don't think there's any stipulation when she's parking it there, you just can't live in it. You said it correctly, I hope. I kind of think there's other than,
Cause
you
it
know,
doesn't look like.
yes, I mean, I don't think it's that, I think it's just, that's what I told him, Bill.
Well, that's a short list of nuisances.
Winter's wonderful.
Yes. So for the council, we have an update on the PD internet. That is now taken care of, and internet.
I didn't-
All right. Angel,
so I have something I forgot to put on here, but it was the contract for fire protection we talked about last meeting. I did pull minutes, and it looks like in July of 2024, July of 2024, you gave a reminder that it was agreed upon in 2023 to increase the Hillsborough Volunteer Fire Department budget by $2,000. And this is to be done annually. So would we have to do an amendment at that point if it's in the minutes that that was agreed?
Well, isn't there a written agreement that we do with them?
It's a contract.
Right. But, so,
I think it's in, but they wouldn't stipulate in that they expect so much money from us. And, I mean, they still say this is what we think we're gonna get next.
I guess I just agreement.
And I think we did.
This one says $10,000. This old, I think, so.
We signed it last month. We signed it.
No, that was something different. That was a lease. That was a lease for the fire department.
I think it was the lease for protection. I'm sure it was in there.
We did a resolution for the mitigation plan for the county. We didn't do anything. It was a lease agreement between the town and the fire department to lease the building.
I thought we put it all in one document. That's what I was reading.
No,
I think what you used to do, wanting to do work on the building.
Yeah, I just thought we combined it.
But I think what she's referring to is like how much we pay them for fire
Sure,
protection.
I remember filling in that blank with something. I remember filling in that document that somebody had put in front of me. I remember filling that number.
Leslie was here last meeting and it was the lease agreement between the town and the fire department.
Well, to answer your question, you said we need to do a new contract for new term with the price in it and just have the council approve it. That's.
How about like an annual basis? Renew it annually.
We're supposed to sign it once a year.
Yeah. State Board of Accounts likes that.
Deal with that already next meeting. Okay.
I'll just use the same contract and get with Wesley and we'll just change the numbers.
He may have been, they just signed.
My next thing is the roof update. As everyone can see, this beautiful mess back here. I had to pull up flooring because the pipes froze. We had no water for over a week in this building. And now that everything's melting off, it's soaked back there. When I pulled that flooring up, there was cardboard used as underlayment. Cardboard boxes the flooring came in was used as underlayment. And it was completely soaked and molded. And then that back corner back there was completely soaked.
There's a big ice dam on the gutter. That's why the lights melting off. Instead of getting seen, but it was too slick back here that day for me to try to get up there and rock it.
Oh, and even without that ice in there, even in the summer when it's just raining, it still comes in. So it's, I don't know, you guys asked me to get quotes, I did that.
Yep.
So I reached out to 3 contractors, 2 got back with me, 1 did not, so I only have 2 bids.
But if you solicited for 2 years.
I reached out to Park County Builders twice. I left them a voicemail, I sent them a text message, and I tried calling them multiple times and they never got back with me, so I don't know. But so I spoke with Market Construction LLC out of Petersburg. They recommended that we not go back with a metal roof because the slope up there is not great enough for watershed and snow loads, which is probably why we've been having issues, they believe. So they gave us a quote for removing all the metal, removing the water damaged roof decking, installing base sheets, and installing a torch down flat roof, and removing all the debris. And that quote came in at $11,400.
Kind of roof.
Tar roof. Wait, I don't know. APP torch down flat roof. Yeah, it's like. The next one I got was from 4th Street Roofing and Construction Company over in Covington. They quoted us on removing the existing roof from both tiers, so it'd be the back and the front. Repair the deck damage on both tiers, install an underlayment, install new drip edges on roof tiers, roof panels, new steel flashing trim work against the west brick wall. He said, so that would be on this wall up against that building because it's kind of coming in from over there, doing some flashing work over there. replacing the flashing boot and cleaning up and disposing of all the debris, and they quoted us at 15.9. So 2 different kinds of roofs,
What kind of roof do they put back?
metal.
But they were gonna do flashing.
They're gonna flash the whole side of that building over there. As far as paying, goes, so I did some research to try to find out what I could possibly do an additional appropriation out of, what we could look at doing to pay for it. So we have $69,432. Nope, take that back. That was the beginning of the year. We have $70,185.46 in our lit economic development fund. That can be used for any kind of economic development in the town, which would include improving existing structures. So we could use those funds to redo the roof, but we would have to do an additional appropriation.
What do you think, metal or?
I don't think you have trouble with cement as long as it doesn't dam up in the water tank. I mean, there's some slope, and I don't think there's been any problem with, of course, that's 2-story. I mean, does they think it all needs?
Oh, I had them bid on both parts,
Yeah.
just because we would know the age of the roof at that point. At that point going forward, we would know the exact age of the entire roof.
I'm trying to think what like to put on, I'm not sure it wasn't very good. And that's probably been 15 to 20 years.
So it would be coming due
It'd probably
in
be
like 5 or 10
if you got
years.
something, I mean, it probably require go ahead and we're doing this now. The work again, but I'm not real cracking in flat tar roofs.
Yeah, I don't know much about them. That was just his suggestion.
That's kind of what I'm going to use that in Birmingham.
Problem is over time, that's forever, flat, there's a wind get holes in flat roof. We deal with it all the time. It gets hot, then it gets cold, it cracks, then you got other issues.
There's more maintenance.
Yeah.
I think I've been toward the field. What do you think? Yeah.
I hope you still, any possible way, I mean.
So first we would need to,
So you would just need to make a motion to move forward, and we would need to do an additional appropriation for that. I would say we'd probably do it for a little more than 15.9 in case anything comes up, maybe do it for 17. And then we'll have to schedule the meetings for the additional appropriation, but you can go ahead and make a motion to,
I'd make a motion to accept the bid from 4th Street Roofing at 15.9 to take care of the roof.
Is there still some more of these done in here that you could put in that deal you're
Let's get one
doing?
thing done.
there are other things that need to be done, and that's my next thing on the list.
Okay.
I think I did that. I think I said.
Second?
Yeah.
I'll second Joe's motion.
all those in favor? Aye.
Okay, so I'll,
You can get it.
I will get the additional appropriation paperwork started for that, and then, if we want to go ahead and get it moving, we can meet before the next meeting, have a public hearing. We just have to have 10 days notice to the public for that additional appropriation, so I'll send you guys an email on all that. Next, I have town hall repairs, etc. Just trying to get some more input on how we should proceed with what's going on in here. So like I said, we did not have water for over a week. We had to leave every time we had to go to the restroom, and it was very frustrating. We had heat, so many sources of heat going back here. Our bill is probably gonna be through the roof electricity wise, but we could not get that thawed out. So like I said, I had to pull up flooring to get access to that access panel, and then put a heat lamp on it. And Bill Dodson actually came up at one point with a hairdryer and blew on it and finally got it to thaw out, but it's kind of been a nightmare. And there's no insulation in the ceiling at all to help keep heat in. So it's all basically just escaping out of the ceiling.
Have you ever had trouble with that freezing before, Tom, or is that something?
Yes.
Yeah, then a few years back, Phil and I run the water line, it comes up, we run the water line inside the building, along the trim.
Mhm.
And we didn't have trouble. Now I made a little box there and just put like a 100-watt light bulb in it, and we never had trouble. But when Gordon did, of course, he added the wall, there's an extra wall here, he put it in that cross bed. Phil thinks it froze right where it come up out of the ground,
Right.
because that's where you use the hair dryer and it's all in. So,
We probably, when we put the floor back down, we need to make sure there's access to that so that
well, I
those
just,
hands, you can put the light in when it gets cold.
Do we wrap it with heat tape?
I can just wrap it with heat tape and run a quarter.
Or in the quarter out the back door and plug it in?
I hate heat tape.
I understand that.
You're a fire hazard waiting.
This whole building's a fire.
That's,
We could have never gotten a new building.
and that's where you live. I didn't think it was frozen in the wall. I think it was frozen down there.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I mean, to get froze up through here.
That winter, you just only top crawl space under it. It freezes every winter.
So the first time it was inside that closet, because you could right above that door.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we had it hot enough in here. It was thawing everything between there and there out. And it was just that part that was still frozen. But we have to get the floor fixed. We have to get the,
Right on top of the screen piece. White, you would never see it. Back to her. You can now that wall. Like we did that, I mean.
so basically for inside, we need that.
and why did
Yeah, after the roof is done, we need to get this wall this corner redone again, the floor relaid. And we really need some insulation up in the ceiling. Jay brought in someone, to look at that. And I don't think that's gonna work out.
No.
So I'm gonna,
Him and his part split, and just,
yeah.
I don't want to be in that.
So I also brought in Keeling's Heating and Cooling to give us some ideas for back here. First thing he did when he walked in here and saw those heaters, he's like, "Oh my God, whose idea was that?" He said that is very unsafe, and I suggest you get rid of those immediately. So he had pitched an idea about putting a little furnace in that closet and having a return air exchanges up there, but his manufacturer can't get the smaller furnaces anymore. So that was nixed. So he recommended that we get a hold of an electrician, have an electrician come in and install what we had before, or radiator heating, baseboard heating. Those two options, and have them take a look at the electrical panel box while they're here also.
And we gotta do something with the ceiling and that one. too.
Yes, it needs to be closed up, but we need to figure out what we're gonna do, because we have to have access to do insulation, and then we could have that done at the same time.
So we really need to get.
So maybe we do a larger additional appropriation and try to just get it all done and taken care of.
Because look, it's like it's whole down.
It was a whole room. It just-
I said forces it all. Somehow that's.
I get it, the nostalgia of it, but
I didn't, because I used to like,
What?
no carpet.
It's the best way to insulate that.
The
Probably.
ceiling.
Was.
And it was a-
You have pretty good access.
I think that was supposed to be a sound barrier.
I think it was, and I think it was also. We didn't have. You know,
Yeah, I reckon we need to get getting some bids on that.
Insulation.
Well, insulation, electrical work, to get, like Tom said, I agree with him. Take that, put the new water line on the white pipe right on top of the baseboard back there, so that it's on the outside of the wall. You don't have to worry about it freezing.
service it.
Yes, you never have to get a leak in the wall and have your walls ruined.
Well, I mean, once the roof is fixed, that back there, I could probably fix myself. I worked in property management for 4 years. I did stuff like that all the time. I can fix that.
Took that box off yesterday. Everything on the inside of that box is wrapped. rusted. It's only being held up on that end by that box. Right, that, he built that bulkhead above the door. When I took it off yesterday to get the wire through there, all the ripping up there is all. So we probably need to get a quote to put another drop ceiling in here.
So I just need a general contractor.
The one in there.
Say, we can afford this, we can't afford this.
The ceiling's there, it's missing some bars,
There's no
and
doubt.
it's sagging in places.
I'm concerned. And it's built into this little cubby. Can we put a new one in? I mean, if when it gets to it.
Yeah, we could probably pull that out and put another one in, because I was looking at a P-TAC unit or like a mini split unit, but then we'd have this big hole in the wall. If you put P-TAC in, you're gonna have to put it down lower and make a bigger hole. So you can't do that.
My mom has one, it really is. She's got a room, her living room is bigger than this room, and it stays cool, and it stays warm, so.
So I guess,
No, when we get to preparation, you know, like, we need an electrical heating source of some type that's going to heat this space.
Better than that.
it's something you can thermostatically control to keep it like 50
Right.
degrees.
Okay. All right. I'm done.
Do you think that do you feel comfortable with the way it has been remediated under there, that you would not have mold like next year? I mean, do you feel like that stuff has been remediated enough? I couldn't get
No.
those two words together.
I feel like that carpet needs to be cut out some more right there, because that carpet was completely soaked when I pulled that flooring up, and the floor underneath the flooring was completely soaked.
Because you don't want to get to a point where, you know, a year and a half down the line, you'll start thinking. We want to make sure we have that taken care of. Then,
Nothing about this floor, so I don't know how difficult that is to like lay this floor.
as long as we can get the same floor. We
Well,
just,
I pulled those pieces off and they're fine.
Piece of box.
I had pieces of the box. I think Diana might have thrown them away.
I think you sent me a picture.
it was
Did I?
from Menards, I know that. I think we should be able to take a piece in. But yep,
Okay.
because as long as it matches.
All right, so insulation, general contractor.
We go with this, do it. Yes.
So the roof thing, I'll get it going on, get the additional investigation, and then the general contractor, electrician stuff, I'll get people in here and get some prices and numbers and stuff and present that in this meeting.
Because roof, we gotta do the roof first because it's gonna ruin everything.
And that's why this is mostly cosmetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scott's not here, so we'll move on. New business. Mr. Stu, you're first.
I really don't have anything. I already gave you an update on your Rademacher. Generally, I'll just make some general statements. I shipped you out an email. If there's anything personnel wise you ever need to discuss, you can do that as an exec session. At this point, I think you kind of just piggyback on what the county may or may not do and see what happens. And then let it ride from there. That's all I got. Tom?
One thing I got is I've got Orton's coming down to look at the flow meter in my well house 2, which is in the chlorine building up there with Jim McGuire, you know, the little white building up there in the corner. The meter's down in the pit, and of course that falls under confined space. I'm not concerned. I'd like to get a new meter put on that and a readout so you don't have to crawl down that hole, because I don't want Cheyenne or Jay or them, it's kind of bare, you know what I mean? So I'd like to get a new flow meter. He's coming down to look at it and give me a quote.
Okay.
To be able to put a new flow meter and then the readout up above, so you don't have to crawl down.
Okay.
So as soon as I get it,
Okay.
so
Jay?
If anything, we're just trying to keep our head above water.
And you guys did a very good job plowing the snow. I didn't hear any complaints. The only thing I heard was good stuff from these guys about what you guys did for them out there.
But I can't take any credit, my help done on, so.
Well, that had to be difficult too. I mean, first time here.
Yeah,
It
there's some
tough.
room for
It was tough.
improvement, but
overall. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't climb roads I've never been on before when you can't see anything.
With that kind of snow filling the street, especially up in that corner, you can't see the street out. It's almost death.
We really didn't, we had a couple people call in, but, we explained to them that we had someone new doing it and to give them time to get acclimated and, you know, things like that, and they were perfectly fine with that. It wasn't.
the,
And they immediately came and took care of it as soon as we let them know.
We appreciate it.
the only other thing you have is if you guys wanna put my number, you know, if you wanna put it on the water bill, you know, if you have an issue, call me. Not trying to cut time off, but,
Oh, no.
you know,
Yeah.
if you guys wanna circulate my number or put a note on the town hall door, whatever, it's. That's,
You realize what you're.
And you
I, do.
Great.
Okay.
don't answer it, but he's down.
No,
Fingers off, no, I'm teasing you.
I try to answer every call. If it's not spam, I'm gonna do so.
Okay, Scott's not here. Jody?
You know what? I have nothing.
Dwayne?
You skipped yourself.
He's last.
I actually had something, so I figured.
Oh. Well, it's good because I don't. If I've had anyone come to me about anything.
I have a question, with this snow, is the state highway plows the highway here. And for me personally and a couple other people, my neighbors, is there any way we can make that a snow emergency thing to where people have to move their cars off the highway?
Falls on the highway.
Doesn't,
I can tell you that one for a fact.
because it's a pain. I still can't park in front of my house.
I used to, when they move, I plow into the highway if I get them moved, but some of the cars haven't started for a while. I mean, there's a couple that I never used that haven't been moving. So, but that falls under the state highway. I'm just positive of that. I don't think the county comes in jurisdiction to make a snow lane, do we, Stu? I understand.
You'd think people would use common sense to know.
Well, even the side streets, same thing happened. So, you're dodging around them and.
And the other thing I know, looks like Mike from the gas station's trailer's going in. And they're supposed to be finishing stuff up today or this week, and back a little bit. It looks,
Better than what was.
yes,
He jumped some awful big chunks of concrete. Really.
yeah, that's all that.
Yeah, it's gonna take more than just a little backhoe to pick him up, isn't it?
Well, the back part of it, I noticed they had to dig pretty deep to get that in.
Well, I just asked him again tonight. He says they're gonna put concrete blocks in there. Gonna have a permanent foundation.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
Hey, what?
They're gonna put
Permanent foundation.
no skirting block.
Well, they're putting footers for it. There you go.
Yeah,
Well, that's what the ordinance calls.
Yeah.
we,
You have several. You know?
They're probably grandfathered in.
No,
No?
No, you're right.
no.
All right, that's all I had. So, up to you now.
it's a long one.
I know, I do that a lot. I'll try to get through it quick. Annual report, I emailed that over to you guys
Mhm.
for review. That was due March 1st. I got it submitted in January. So I just wanted you guys to acknowledge that you guys reviewed that and that I submitted it.
We did. I have to pay attention more.
You can still bring it.
You
I just need Stu to help me fill out that conflict paperwork.
Oh, you don't spend a lot of time.
I'm not a lawyer.
Just check everything. You got a conflict on it.
No conflict with nothing.
The next thing I have is cancellation of outstanding warrants. So, the state says that we can, any warrants that we've issued that are 2 years old as of December 31st of now 2025, that we can basically cancel those checks and receive them back into the fund they were paid out of. So in corporation, we have a check outstanding from 2023 for $34.05. In water account, we have 4 outstanding warrants that can be received back in, totaling $293.44. And in wastewater, we have 1 check for $7.16 that we can receive back into our accounts.
Awesome.
So we just
Need a
need
motion.
motion and approval to do that.
I'll make a motion that we, do you call it?
Cancel the warrants.
So the issue of a warrant.
Second.
All those in favor?
Moving on to the same thing. This is kind of new for me, but I'm trying to figure it out. We have a lot of final accounts that, utility customer accounts that still have balances on them. You can pass these down. So that's highlighted because that's my brain's way of seeing things. So this showed me years. So if they're highlighted the same color, they were within the same year. We can write off debt accounts once I think it's 3 years. So that would be a lot of accounts that we could write off. There's a whole lot of them. We've got 2014, 15, 19, 2020, 2021. No, and the one for $872.54, that one's been outstanding for 6 years now, almost 7 years. So that house doesn't even exist anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. It's the one they burned.
That's what we just said.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Round to be there.
Great.
well, if you're late, it's spelled the same. And if you're from Kentucky, it's even more. No, there are bowling in Kentucky.
How much is it?
$72.54. Yeah. And then there's one for $533.46 for 662 Water Street. One of the duplexes up here from back in 2020. Last name Liebig. So if you guys want to just make a motion for me to write off the debt accounts that can be written off at this time, I'll have you guys make a motion. I'm going to have you guys sign this also.
I'll make a motion that we bring these accounts off since we can.
Second.
All those in favor?
So,
Now, in the future, we are able to put sewer liens on properties. Can't do anything about water and Cratcho, but we can do sewer liens. Right. Which would make the property owner, is it the property owner that's responsible at that point? If they were to sell the property?
Depends. We can't hold them. Depends on how it's tied, and that's the account and all that, but yes, I mean, if we're able to do a sewer lien, that's a lien against the property, and then if he ever sells it, he or she ever sells it, then you can get collection at a closing when they sell the property.
Even if that happens.
Well, again, that goes to the initial question of whether you can do the sewer lien. how it's set up, is it in the landowner's name, is it in the tenant's name, is it whatever.
Well, how would we get it if it wasn't? You know, if they had sewer.
If it's in the tenant's name, then your recourse is to sue the tenant.
That's what I'm asking you. Eating the money.
Yeah. I didn't know. Because wasn't there a time that they rescinded that and couldn't do that? And could again?
They changed the state laws. Used to be, it was easier to let them, the landlords have a good lobbying organization. They got those, made it tougher to do.
Okay, the next thing I have, is the PAMP update. Try to explain this best way I can. So the PAMP update is the pavement and asset management plan, and the last one that was done was in 2025, I believe. It was done in 2024 for 2025. It was not done in 2025 for 2026, which makes us ineligible to apply for any NDOT grants this year. So in order to get ourselves back on track to be able to start doing road projects and stuff next year, we have to get our PAMP updated. Now, HWC has always done that for us. So I went and I pulled all the invoices from the year 2023, what they charged us, and it was around $6,000. So sure, probably more than that now, but we're looking at.
No, what is it for?
It's the pavement and asset management plan.
Payment.
It's this big thick thing, and basically they go through and they go and they grade your streets and they rate them, and then they say, well, this is the year this street should be done, and this is what you should do to it. This is how much overlay it should have. Like, it's just
It's a penny.
it's a
It's
a challenge.
Yes.
Should be.
There's let me get some quotes. There's two guys, that's way too. Gary Ladd, he does the one at Kingman, I think it's about $2,000. No, you sure? Yeah. And there's a guy in Lafayette that does Wayne Towns for about $2,000.
Yes.
Okay. Gary?
Perfect.
I'll get with both of those guys.
Okay.
Because as of, I think 2026, you have to have used to, I could do it, and I've done it for a couple years, but now you have to go to some 4 or 5 day class, and I'm not going to do it. So
Yeah, that would be great because
I will call both of them tomorrow.
and I have the PAMP from the last year it was done. If that would be something that'd be useful to whoever helps us with it.
Thank you.
Okay, next thing, park grant, George Dill came in, and asked if we could get together some kind of a plan to upgrade our park if finances were to come through. He is considering writing a grant to the Western Indiana Community Foundation, to get a grant to redo our park. He said, go big to start with. So
He talked to me about this too.
We could use some stuff in that kitty for
yeah,
two of the things that broke. I can't even wait for me. That'd be great.
playground equipment. I know the playground equipment there is pretty old. We could redo that.
It's been there a long time.
But he said go big.
Yeah.
And see what we could come up with. So I don't know how you guys wanna.
So he wants to do this.
So just, he didn't say that. He just said come up with, if we could get a plan together. Give it to him to present with the grant. Probably pretty quickly. So I think it would probably be just basically looking at the space we have over there and what needs to be replaced and then pricing out that equipment. Maybe. Probably mulch, stuff like that. If we got
Once you, and Stu can maybe know a little bit more about this than me, but once you start working on that, you have to bring all of your
Up to-
whatever they fall in, when they fall off of a swing, you have to bring that up to state statute, so you have to have edging, so you can't just use regular mulch, it has to be a certain kind of mulch, or rubber mulch, or pea gravel. I mean, there's a big thick playground book. So,
But in new stuff, then it has to meet standards.
but
But if you add to what you got, you don't have to do it.
yes, you have to,
It's just like here,
what they fall off and land in has to be brought up to code.
Into that, see what the codes are, I guess.
Let's put research. Call George for more information.
Pea gravel's not good enough, it hasn't been there 100 years.
Well, there's
Kids are soft.
requirements now.
Kids are soft.
Brother, I think you know. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll
I think
say
that there's anything-
that would be better.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put down here that we'll try to get more guidance on that, and then we'll research playground rules requirements.
I have that book with you.
Well, that's a.
Steve Shannon.
Okay, that'd be great, because then I can just forward it. Yeah. Okay, I know this is early, I'm doing a lot of stuff this month because March, I have a lot going on in March, so I'm trying to reduce some of my load for March. So the first trash day of the year, May, right? Usually have it in May and then the other one in like September, October.
Yes.
I think we even did late April last year, maybe. Where's the room? Yeah, I don't like.
So the date that I was random that I put on here, just looking at the calendar, was May 23rd. And didn't know if you guys wanted to use that date or go with a different date. I don't have my phone to get my calendar.
That's the Saturday Memorial Day, if that makes any difference.
Yeah, we can.
That's a weekend before, right?
What day is the 25th?
Oh, is it? Memorial Day's on the 28th. Look at me, I'm a whole week off.
Maybe
Okay.
short week.
Maybe last year, I don't know.
Anyway.
Okay, so if you guys want to look at your calendars and give me a date, I want to get this advertised so the fourth.
It's kind of a cleanup day on the.
The 16th would be in between Memorial Day and Mother's Day.
Yes.
Tell mom to clean out her house on Mother's Day. Clean your house.
Okay, so I will get this posted here at the post office. The gas station, I'll see if Mike will let me put one in there, and then get something put on Facebook for it. That our first one is May 16th from 8 to noon at the park.
16.
5/16.
You might see if Gary only put one. Too.
Okay. Gas station. Facebook. The next one is my little project that I had when I was here before. Make sure you guys are okay with us doing an annual townwide yard sale again. I know a lot of people over the last few years have tried to organize that and haven't been really well, so I would like to do that again, but I had it scheduled for the weekend of May 16th because I thought I had my dates wrong. So I was trying to schedule like around the trash cleanup day. That way people could have a yard sale, you go through their stuff for a yard sale, and then whenever they don't get rid of the yard sale, they could just move along. So
Our sale people can try to clean up there and pick up some stuff.
maybe.
There's stuff up there they can pick it up.
So if you guys are okay with me having one in sometime in April, or May, or June.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll put a date for that. Definitely.
Yeah.
And I'll do a map. And we'll have a sign up sheet so people can get on the map.
You just have flash that.
Oh. The next thing I have is, the last thing I have actually besides bills is the Indiana League of Municipal Clerk Treasurers Institute and Academy is coming up March 8th through March 12th. I just need your permission to go to that. The registration is $450, and then the hotel for 4 nights would be, I think it was right around $700, $785.56.
Where you get to go?
It just gonna be, I think it's Plainfield. Plainfield.
Is that gonna be a town board meeting? You will need to change that?
No, I believe it's not.
Then
I think the town board meeting is,
Then I,
Mark, the thought.
Wait.
Yeah.
because it'd be the same as.
It is, sorry.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, you can always
March 8th to 12th.
have, you could always have Diana do the meeting.
I don't care, it doesn't matter to me, I just.
yeah, because it won't be much for like I'll just have those, hopefully have those quotes for you guys. So, no, I think we just keep the meeting the same and I'll just ask her if she would mind doing that. But I just need your guys' approval to attend that.
Make a motion that you be approved to go to your institute and academy meet for the 12th of March. And
Thank you.
All those in favor? Aye.
We had to also replace the incubator at the wastewater plant. It was $900 to replace. I have a little sticky note in here.
rest of it.
The incubator.
If it gets here,
Are you ready for chicken?
Yeah.
no.
That's an egg.
No,
Let me go.
Okay, the
It's
bills,
only 2 years old.
Got AI out there.
we got refrigeration, $12,677.36. Water, $13,374. Sewer, $29,322.10. And I will say almost $17,000 of that is our sewer bonded interest that's due in March, that I pay in February, so it's there on time. And payroll clearing, $10,850.35. Total of $66,223.81.
wow.
How many years are left on the sewer?
I'll
A
say.
lot,
All those in favor?
Aye.
there's a lot. We paid the one off, but we didn't.
We paid water off.
Yeah.
I can tell you in just a minute. It will be paid off in 2034.
It's close, less than 10 years. Yeah, just a-
Well, rebuilding for that.
We'll be at home by then. Thank you, right.
Root.
Appreciate the thought.
That's all I got.
That's it? Steven says, what term is it?
So that's.
Charlie, you need anything to say? Allison, did you have one?
Homecoming and car show, it is in the plans, I know some people have asked me. Gotta get with Wesley though, because we're trying to figure out timing, because, so, I mean, and he was thinking sometime in September, but.
Hey, what were we gonna tell Ashley? So, we were talking about it the other day, so you need to put Ashley down. Oh, how old the town will be this year? How old the town will be this year?
Oh, it's here.
Really?
We're 50 years behind.
We doing anything special for that?
Yeah, let's just shut down for you.
And you stop, that's not the, from the East Coast, not a whole lot over there, and then 50 years later, and
A lot of Tom's family was,
They said,
I mean, it's true. I mean, the Williams edition, the mill.
Really.
Well, we're gonna be doing this, but you tell me,
I didn't, because I don't work for the team, so.
we're taking off Florida to see Willie be gone about 8 months. I work 5 days, something like that.
Mostly over the weekend, just over
Yeah, so,
the weekend.
Jay and Cheyenne watch the play. And by the way, she's doing wonderful. She's in her class and hopefully it's all gonna work.
And she kind of enjoyed,
make sure she knows what this is.
she already got her first inspection, we got to be
Yeah.
there when the inspectors came.
That was the other day when you
First
came.
time in all these years that I've got an inspection sheet that doesn't have any word up. She found nothing. Normally they find mine are like paperwork or some garbage. But it was funny, there were 2 inspectors, one wanted to go see lift stations, and I took him, left Cheyenne was a gal. And she would ask Cheyenne, said, Cheyenne, I was scared to death. I didn't know who answer.
They did you on a few things, but you guys took your the same day, didn't you?
Yeah, there was nothing.
That day, that guy called me and he's like, "Are you TJ from the town of Hillsborough?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, the guy at the water plant gave me your number. He couldn't spell your last name." So he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Well, I need your email address and stuff like that." So I gave it to him. And then
And Tom said the reason I never got it before is because
No shut.
whenever it's president. So I thought, that's weird, because I remember,
And studying it, something on the phone.
but we didn't hear it, so.
Yeah.
This is her third meeting.
Thursday.
well, that's,
We're our own man. That's from here today.
if that's all the citizen comments, we'll adjourn.
Please.
Do it.
Thank you, sir.